What's up, fantasy champions? Spotlight Sports Network is excited to tell you about an amazing deal from Thrive Fantasy, your place for daily fantasy sports and esports. Right now with promo code SS Network, Thrive Fantasy will match up to $50 of your first deposit. So go to thrivefantasy.com and sign up now with promo code SS Network. That's thrivefantasy.com, promo code SS Network.
But I know that's just in my mind. I know everything is just in my mind. Do you really want to be famous? Do you really want to be a superstar? Do you really want to get dangerous? Do you even know where the groupies are? Bitches out here be...
Welcome to Hammer's house.
Once a Raider, bruh, always a Raider, bruh. Shit simple as that. You look silver and black. Lot of bread invested in that O-line. Car insurance cost an arm and a leg to reach that goal line. It's go time.
What is up? What is up? What is up? We are back. Mother effers, we are back. What is up? What is good, Hammer? What is up, Raider Nation? What is up, YouTube? What's up?
Raiders, I know you miss me, don't you? Haters, wish you could hit me, don't you? You should call me uncle. I understand. Hammer is back by popular demand. What is good, nation?
What up? What up? What up? What up? What up? What's up, man? How you been, man? You know you're a married man now. Congratulations to you, brother.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Yeah,
everybody has been
Raider,
way too
our Raider
long.
brother here is officially, married. So we back, man. We back.
Feels good to be back.
Talk about, huh?
A lot to talk about. I was actually driving home before and was reading, or not reading. I was watching the YouTube video, the presser from Minicamp today with Derek Carr, Brian Edwards, and Josh Jacobs, and these guys definitely had a lot to say today. That's for damn sure, and it was very insightful.
Derek Carr probably letting it be known, like we gonna get into it though. We gonna get into a lot. I didn't actually listen to the presser, but I gotta start listening to him so I can do my response videos on that. So for all the people that's in the chat right now, shout out
for the love. Thank you.
Robert, Vinny, Mikhail, Justin, Anthony, Jesse, Derek, Meg Sue on Facebook, Key in the building on Facebook. What's up?
The nanny in the building. What up, Key? What's good?
The nanny. Vinny says, congrats to you, Magic. Like, Nick, what's going on? What's going on?
Thank you.
So, brother, I know that we was talking about in the group chat how you like my video. What's going on, CA Baskey? What's going on?
Bro, that video, that shit got me more hyped to come back and be back on the lives with you guys. Like, I know it's been about 2 months, more or less, but watching that video, like, bro, that shit was on point. Everything that you did for that video was just spot on, and I'm proud of you, bro.
It takes a lot of time to edit videos like that, even though it seems so easy, but it's really not behind the scenes though.
Yeah.
Only One Nation was going on. Elijah was going on. Justin, what's up? Raider Kojo 916 was going on. So what's the topic you want to get into? Because I think me personally, I want to get into Derek Carr saying he'll probably quit football if he had to play for somebody else.
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
What's going on, Iverson Vlogs? Shout out to Iverson Vlogs. I have to say before we get into that, shout out to Iverson Vlogs because he's a Phoenix Suns fan and his team has went to the Western Conference Finals. Shout out to Iverson Vlogs. Yes, we're alive. We're alive. Just that you know, Hammer just got married. I'm with about to be my soon fiance, soon to be. And you know, I had some family stuff I had to deal with. If y'all saw my Instagram, y'all see I had to lay my godmom to rest yesterday. So just a lot of stuff that's been going on behind the scenes with me. And I'm finally able to do this on a consistent basis. Back, everything is good and good to go. So we're all good. We're all good.
Iverson, appreciate it, bro.
So Derek Carr says he'd rather quit football before he played for somebody else. Come on, Hammer. You got to give it to me 100%. Raw and uncut here, brother. You got to give it to me, man.
Honest to God, I wish Raider J was here for this because he would be the first person to call him out on this. BL was good. You know what? In my opinion, because I know Raider J has his views on Carr and how he feels like this is not his priority. Football is not his priority.
Right.
It's the church and everything else.
I disagree.
And I have to as well. I think for him to come out and point blank say this today, especially when they were talking about the other quarterbacks and all these guys that were unhappy during the offseason, Russell Wilson just a little bit, Aaron Rodgers still MIA, Deshaun Watson wanting out, and, you know, his whole legal issues right now. I feel that Carr saying what he said today, dude is loyal. He said this will be the team he'll play for. If he's traded, he would retire. This is a team that he'll be rooting for even after he's done with football. I definitely think he said all the right things, but he said it wasn't things it was like for the media to hear. That came from the heart. And dude, obviously he's been with Raider Nation for 7 years now. He ain't going nowhere. There's no way. And you know what? You and I had an argument a couple of weeks ago over this whole thing with Julio Jones being traded to Tennessee and what I said that the Raiders could have done in regards to cap money. And like you wanted to like jump on me about it in regards to backloading Derek Carr's contract. Now
it wasn't that I wasn't trying to backload it. I wasn't trying to go off for you, but I'm just saying, like, if we did, even with Derek Carr's contract, we still wouldn't have had like reconstructed it. We still wouldn't have enough money to bring in Julio Jones. Julio Jones making almost $16 million guaranteed, though.
And I get that, but I was looking at the money that Tannehill is making. They restructured his contract. They backloaded the contract towards the tail end of the contract just to bring Julio to Tennessee.
Right.
Okay. Raiders could have did the same exact thing, was what I was trying to say before. But you know what? He's in Tennessee now. We move on. We are loaded on offense. We are loaded on defense. I'm really looking forward to this backfield tandem with Drake and Josh. Yeah, that's what we're calling them now.
Yeah.
Sorry, Nickelodeon. And then the receiving core right now, like I do feel that Bryan Edwards and Ruggs are going to be the two top starting wideouts going into the season. I feel that what do Carr call him? Smoke, John Brown, and Willie Snead. You're looking at those guys are going to be second string guys this year. And if anybody wants,
they're going to be more of a helpful for Ruggs and Edwards more than anything.
I was definitely happy to hear everything Carr said. He was optimistic as well. He said he doesn't live that life talking or being negative about things. So I definitely enjoyed every bit that he had to say, especially with the fact that he's saying if he was traded, he would retire. Win, lose, or tie, dude is Raider Nation till he dies. So there we go.
Hey, be out. If you could send me that JT the Brick interview with Gus Bradley, let me send that to me. If you can send that to me via Instagram, Twitter, anything of that nature, make sure you can send that to me. I really would greatly appreciate it. What's going on, Dominique 5? What's up, man? Yeah, the boy is back with the calls. Y'all know what it is. The call-in show is going to definitely go down today. Rocking that Hammer's favorite t-shirt, that baby Trent Brown.
Yeah. You know what? There's actually a quote. I was looking through Raider news earlier, and they were talking about in regards to guys having something to prove this coming season. And Trayvon Moehrig is one of those guys right now, but here's a quote from Gus Bradley from the Game Plan with JT the Brick. And what he had to say about Moehrig was that he's got really good range, the ability to cover sideline to sideline, good instincts, not only with the speed to do it, but understanding the defense and how it falls into play for him and when he can take chances. Already getting some compliments already on this kid. I'm looking forward to this rookie class and seeing what they have to show, because it's like that class that came out with Jacobs was just nothing to mess with last year. But I'm definitely looking forward to see, especially with how they built up this defense between both free agency and the draft. I'm real optimistic and see how these guys look this coming season.
So my next thing is this, though, because I don't have an Instagram or a Twitter account, so it would be another ball stub to help you out and send that to you, Darian. All right, I'm gonna try to see if it's on the Raiders app. I want to make sure to see if it's on there. But speaking of, rookies and stuff like that, free agency and all of that, what we did with the Raiders, justblogbaby.com put out an article. I don't know if you saw it. They said, did the Las Vegas Raiders do enough in this offseason in a loaded NFC? Me personally, I think we didn't. I think we did pretty good in this offseason, in my opinion. I feel like the draft and the free agency, we didn't get the guys that we really wanted. I mean, that one guy, Yannick Ngakoue, yes, we got him. We wasn't expecting Kenyon Drake to sign with us. That was kind of a left field as well. But, Solomon Thomas, Quentin Jefferson, they really addressed the defensive line in free agency. And that's what I think, me personally, that the Raiders had a good free agency, but I think the draft was more better than free agency, because the guys that we got the positions that we needed to fill. Even though that we didn't get an actual linebacker in the draft, but we got a guy in Devon Diablo that's possibly could turn from a safety to linebacker, or even play both. Even though we got Tanner Muse coming back after a foot injury. So I think we're pretty loaded for the AFC as well. I think we got that competition coming in. What you feel about that, Hammer, in your opinion?
I agree. It's funny because one of the things Josh Jacobs said in the presser today was he was the one that was more or less trying for Drake after Booker was gone. He knew they needed a backup. They needed someone to complement Jacobs, and what better person with speed, somebody that's a good pass catcher out of the backfield than Drake. And apparently from what Jacobs was saying, he was the one that was campaigning for him. So I'm glad they did that. Defensively, I'm happy. Yannick Ngakoue, already Carr was like, this dude is 26 years old. Like, the Raiders are fortunate to have him for the next years to come. And he definitely bulked up a little bit. I saw a picture, I think it was like last week on his Instagram. Dude's a fucking freak. Like, I can't wait to see what he does in silver and black this year.
I'm excited for Yannick Ngakoue. I'm really excited for him. I'm excited for these rookies. I feel like we addressed everything that we need to address. I just feel like, the AFC is loaded. Don't get me wrong. But if we can play to what the Raiders' ability is, then we'll be fine. We just can't have those like we always talk about on damn near every show that we're on, we can't have those second half slumps. We just can't have them. And now we have the right defensive coordinator in Gus Bradley. Now we have the correct personnel, but we don't know how the personnel is going to be put together. But we got guys that Gus Bradley wanted in the draft and in free agency, and former players, that used to be with Gus Bradley, Casey Hayward, Yannick Ngakoue, and then you have an undrafted free agent guy in Darius Stills that's killing it in OTAs. Very impressive. So, yes, I think it's going to be a great year for us, and I think we can compete with a lot of the teams in the AFC.
I agree.
I think once that mentality is there on both sides of the ball, even on special teams, we could definitely compete in the AFC.
We definitely need to bounce back significantly from last season and just how bad things went, like 6-2, and then just shit the bed and went 2-6 the rest of the way. I definitely believe they're trying to do more things with Carr now. I think Gruden is definitely going to try to get this man to finally start running a little bit more than he has over the last couple of years.
Right.
He had a couple of career highs this past season this past season rather. He ran for 140 yards, 3 touchdowns on 39 carries, which are all career highs for him. He was also able to rack up 16 first downs, running the ball in key situations. They want Carr to be more mobile this year. And hopefully that is the fact. Stop sitting in the pocket. Stop waiting for things to open up and make things happen if you see that the plays are broken down already. Like, extend the plays if you have to, but please, please, please hold on to the damn ball too. Because that was one major problem you had last year. You and Ruggs, you guys couldn't seem to hold on to the ball if your life depended on it. That's one major thing they need to work on.
Couldn't hold on to a loaf of bread. It was in front of him. Facts. But Dwayne Lawrence said, but can we win a Super Bowl? My question, my answer to that, I'm not looking to win a Super Bowl like at this moment. We still have a whole new defensive coordinator with not whole new because, Ron Marinelli's came back as a defensive line coach, but a whole bunch of new people on that side of the ball as staff is new to the Raiders. So am I expecting a Super Bowl this year? No. Am I expecting playoffs this year? Yes. It's playoffs or bust. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. And I'm just going to keep it funky because there's no way I'm saying, can we win we probably can win a Super Bowl with this young core that we have. Mind you, Josh Jacobs still young. Crosby still young. Cleveland Farrell still young. And we're getting younger every year. So those veteran players that we did have is going to be on their way out like an incognito. So, or so other, like another, like Sam Young. Sam Young has come back on a 1-year deal. So those veteran players that's on their way out, the younger players is going to take over. Thing about it is, on the offensive side, can John Gruden keep up with the Joneses with everybody else's offense? Had fast pace. I understand you want to run, but sometimes you gotta mix the defense up a little bit. So yeah, I think we can win a Super Bowl, but just not right now.
Gruden, stay the hell away from the defense. Let Gus Bradley run the defense. You have no input. Do not do shit. Because that was another problem last year with you and Gunther. You were probably telling him to do things, and the defense continued to shit the bed the entire season. Stay away from the defense. Focus on your offense. Try to open up your offensive game a little bit more. Stop with this conservative, old school West Coast style short passing game. Open the shit up, but leave the defense alone.
You got speedsters as in Ruggs and John Brown. That's one.
And you have the architect of the Legion of Boom. Leave the defense alone. Let Gus handle it. That's it. Leave it the hell alone. Please, I'm begging you.
He is not playing.
Nope.
He is not. Hammer has a lot to say. He has a lot to say, but I feel like when it comes to John Gruden, if he looks at the offenses that's being run in the NFL right now, and with his mastermind, if he could get creative, that bull will. I don't know. I don't know. That he will kill it. He will kill it. What's going on, B-Town Breakdown? What's going on, B-Town Breakdown? What's going on, Bobby?
The thing is, what's the trend? What's the trending thing with offenses in the NFL? Specifically, what is the trending thing, the trending rise when it comes to quarterbacks in the NFL right now? What can they do?
It's the for number one, it's really the zone read. The zone read is getting very popular as
What
quarterback.
else?
Zone read. What is it called? I can't. It's right on my tongue, but I can't get it. I can't get it there, Hammer. You got to help me out.
What are the rising stars and what are the rising star quarterbacks in the NFL able to do right this second?
Oh, hold up. He's right on the money with this. Gruden should run some 2-minute offenses randomly. Carr excels in that. You got a point there.
It does. If they play fast pace, get right back to the ball type of offense, it works. And we've seen it work from time to time when they've had to go no huddle over and over again, like a couple of games throughout the season. But back to my point, the major upside right now with certain quarterbacks in the NFL, and I'm going to use these two specifically right now.
Oh, RPO. That's what it's called.
RPO as well. But Lamar Jackson and Patrick Mahomes, what can those two quarterbacks do?
Well, we know Patrick Mahomes can run and throw. Lamar Jackson can just run. He can't throw.
Okay, so Patrick Mahomes can do work with both his hands and his feet. He can make plays happen with his feet. That is the new trending upside of quarterbacks and offenses in the NFL right now. This is why they need to get Carr more mobile this coming season. Dude broke his leg years ago. We're past that. That was 5 years ago. You're a different person, but you can still move, and we saw that clearly last season.
Yeah, we saw it a few times. We saw it a few times in games with Carr was mobile, though. We did see it.
Beantown got it right on. Make plays on the move. That's what we need to do. If you want the Raiders to be up to date with the current AFC and the current league and the way these quarterbacks play, their style of play, that's the one thing they need to do. Make Carr more mobile. Make him make things happen on his with his legs. Run out of the pocket and get a pass off to Ruggs or hit Waller on a drag route or something. But make shit happen. Don't take sacks. Don't waste plays and don't waste downs and throw shit away if you have an opportunity to get a couple of yards. Make things happen. Move forward, not backwards.
Facts. So what's going on, Raider Carlos? What's going on, Raider Carlos? Thank you. At the beginning, that Mike, that MC, he looks younger. Oh, okay. So Minicamp did start today for a lot of people that don't know. 6 players was not on the field for the Raiders in the first minicamp practice. So according to RaidersWire.com, they did say that it was a mandatory portion of the Raiders off-season workout program. If you're under contract, either you're at the facility or you're at risk of being fined. Prior to this, it was a voluntary OTAs with a few players opting to work out on their own. Now, it wasn't a full house, but however, none of them was under none of whom are under contract skipping practice. So none of the subjects to fine. So in total, you counted 6 players that was not on the field. Colton Miller, Denzel Good, Malcolm Coos, Devon Diablo, James Alawalu, and Isaiah Johnson. They was the 6 players. Now, we all know that Devon Diablo, he didn't sign his rookie contract, which could explain why is his absence. But then again, you got to think about it. Malcolm Coos and Trayvon Merrick has not signed their rookie deals either, but both signed waivers but able to practice. So others was in the building but not on the field. You spotted Good and Kuntz working out in the pool. So Hammer, how you feel about all that, knowing that 6 players, 6 key players, because Denzel Good and Colton Miller are key players. I mean, I don't understand this minicamp is not training camp just yet, but how do you feel about them missing the first day of minicamp, or even I don't know how to put it, man. How you feel about it, bro?
I feel like for a rookie, you should still be there. You see Morig and was it Kuntz? They signed the waiver. and they're there getting the work in. If you're a rookie, you show up right now and you take in and learn as much as you possibly can right away. If you want to be a star in this league, if you want to be a starter in this league, you show up and learn what you need to learn and get the reps, because the reps is what's going to matter down the road for you. So for those guys not to be there, like if you're a vet, I'm not gonna bitch about it right now. And it's just a start. It is mandatory. I get that. But
what's going on, Malguli? What's up, brother?
It's tough to say, man. It's really tough to say. Like I said, this shit just started, and again, it's not training camp; it's mini camp. But I feel like the most important ones right now that should be there learning this stuff are the rookies. Whether you sign the rookie contract yet or not, sign the waiver and show up. You see, Morgan Kuntz did it. The rest of you guys need to fall in line and do the same.
Well, the only rookie that was James Alawalu, I think he's an undrafted free agent.
Right.
Malcolm Kuntz was on the list, but him and Trayvon Merrick didn't sign any rookie deals, but did sign waivers of practice. I can't say that about Malcolm Kuntz and Trayvon Merrick.
Yeah,
now,
they signed liability waivers. God forbid something happens to him. But you know what?
So
I'll go with that. I'm fine with that.
Yeah, Devon Diablo got to do the same thing, and James Onawalu have to do the same thing. And like they saying in the chat, Isaiah Johnson, this is a whole new defense, bro. You gotta be there.
Yep.
You gotta be there. You gotta learn this new defense. Like, if you're not gonna learn this new defense, then what are you here for? You know what I'm saying? It doesn't make sense to me to see a veteran like you that been in the league for a couple years, knowing that we have a new defensive coordinator. You need to be there. I can't get mad at Colton Miller and Denzel Good, because we have the same offensive line coach Tom Cable from last year. They could come in and fill in. But Isaiah Johnson, we have a whole new staff on the defensive side of the ball. Devon Diablo and James Adewale, y'all have to be there on the defensive side. The chemistry that we need on the defense starts in OTAs in minicamp. It starts there.
Yep. We on the same page with that.
Right.
This is what you're getting paid to do, man. Even though some of you guys aren't on the contract or signed your rookie contract, but this is what you're getting paid to do for a living now. So
yeah, you get paid. Yeah. Our DB room is Mr. Nick. Our DB room is deep now. Some of the guys could be rehabbing. As far as
they were in the pool, 2 of them were in the pool. I wish I was in the pool right now.
Okay. Yeah. I wish I was in the pool too, man. It's hot. Okay?
And that was the one thing. They were talking to Brian Edwards about this. It was like one of the first questions. How is he dealing with this heat right now? He's like, they're practicing early in the morning because Vegas is getting hit hard right now with triple digits, like 113, 114 degree field temperatures. And it is difficult, but the heat is different, obviously, out there compared to East Coast. They have that dry heat. We have that ridiculous high humidity. But they said they're getting out on the field early in the morning to get their workouts in. But he said, like, once he's off that field, like, it's even difficult to run errands right now with how hot it is out there. So I hope these guys continue to do the right thing while they're out there. Hydrate, because God forbid something happens, because you're not right now with that heat out there. Just stay healthy and continue to hydrate your asses.
So Patrick Gatalindo, if I said that correctly, my guy, sorry. But he said, how do you guys feel about our cornerback room? Our cornerback room is pretty deep after the draft, and some kind of questionables, not questionable, but interesting signings that we did at the cornerback position. So
I'll tell you one thing, I'm gonna no more.
I'm gonna let Hammer take this one though. That's the question for him.
Damon Arnett ain't starting no more. Yo, I'm sorry, nation, but dude is a head case, and I'm not trying to deal with another one helmet to helmet 24/7. Like, I'm glad we got Casey Hayward. I really am. Have him and Trayvon Mullen. You can use Arnett as a slot corner or something, but he's not right now. He's not ready to be a starter. He really is not. He's got to get his head right, and maybe this training camp will be different. And that's the other thing. I didn't even bring this up before. Really wasn't training camp last year with COVID, guys. Everybody's doing Zoom meetings and this, that, and the third. Even Brian Edwards said it today. This is his first official training camp. Because of COVID last year, they didn't really get to do what they normally do. So I feel like for guys, Arnett, I'm going to give you a pass for the time being for that fact. You didn't have a real training camp. And now you have a new defensive coordinator. Maybe he'll put you in check a lot better than Gunther did. Maybe you'll learn the concepts a lot better. Maybe you'll have a lot more discipline going into this season. I do like how deep the cornerback depth chart is. Yeah. I like how deep the secondary depth chart is as a whole and how deep our D-line is.
And they think Gillespie
Gus Bradley's defense is going to start with that front seven. So
if you say Gillespie will play slot, that means Arnett becomes a fourth-string cornerback as a first rounder. Nick
just said Arnett is a special teamer. Shit.
Damn, how do you feel about Amik Robinson then? Please elaborate. I would love to know, because if you want to have Gillespie in the slot, that means Amik might be the odd man out getting cut during training camp if that's the case.
I got somebody else saying Arnett slot. See, like, don't try to fight me on this because I do know my stuff. But like I said, right now I'm going to give him a pass for the time being and see what he does in training camp. You have a new defensive coordinator. The scheme is totally different than what Gunther had. As long as you can grasp the concept of that defense, which actually isn't too hard to learn, like Richard Sherman has said it time and time again, he could go anywhere right now with a 4-3 defense, and he knows it like the back of his hand. So he just needs to grasp the concept of the defense, of the game plan, and what his responsibilities, what his role is, and just play with a little bit more discipline. That's it.
That's the thing, though. That's what I kind of agree with Mr. Nick, because, like, he says that slot is important. Do you trust him there? I don't. I'm kind of nervous to trust him at the slot. Does he have the speed to play the slot? That's the only thing I had my issue with Arnett. Don't get me wrong. He did bulk up. But as far as playing the slot, nah. I would rather see, you could put Rasul Douglas there, which is a situation I'm about to talk about. You could put like Rasul Douglas is really a good corner / safety. If I'm thinking he plays safety or corner, one of those. But he's a good DB, and I think he's going to come in and compete because he got signed with us too. Slot is a soft zone covering the flats in Gus Bradley's system.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but you still have speedsters in that slot that comes across the field, that does chest sweeps, that does this. I don't think we're sleeping on Arnett. No. I just feel like we just have to see what he could do prior to not having a training camp last year. Because, mind you, they said that, Arnett was doing great. Oh, sorry.
Arnett was a head case, man. It's not that we're sleeping on him. A lot of the reckless behavior last year, and I said it throughout the season, I've said it throughout the offseason. If the dude keeps up with these helmet-to-helmet shots, you know what NFL stands for, not for long. By the time his rookie contract is up, he might be out of the league. He's got to stop with that. He's got to play with more discipline. That's it. I'm not knocking the kid. I'm calling a spade a spade. I'm calling it how I see it. Like, dude's got to play with a little bit more discipline. I love his intensity, but you have to control it just a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, what's going on, everybody? Shout out to Loyal to the Soil. Arnett's speed keeps him at left corner, and Casey Hayward has no speed. Casey Hayward has no speed, but he knows the defense better than Arnett does.
Facts.
So you gotta go with veterans who knows the defense. Just because he's wearing a different color doesn't mean the scheme changed for Gus Bradley. Let's just keep it a buck. Let's keep it a buck. Even though Casey Hayward might be too slow, but when he was under Gus Bradley's defense in LA and in San Diego, Arnett balled out. I mean, not Arnett. Casey Hayward balled out until he got hurt. So that's another thing that you can put into it as well, because Casey Hayward is a veteran. They cut him because of contract negotiations, and the Chargers was trying to get salary cap. But Casey Hayward, if he can stay healthy, the guy is a starter. I would not have him come off the bench. Sorry, I just wouldn't. Yeah, I put Casey in the corner spot with Mullen. I think that'll be the two corners for us, in my opinion. So I'm waiting for Hammer to come back so we can get to the next topic. And once we get to that next topic, we're going to be taking calls, y'all. Yes, we are taking calls.
I'll be there in a minute. I gotta feed the monster.
Gotta feed the dog as usual. But like I said, let me put him on mute because I hear him walking around and everything. But I have to say this, though. According to justblogbaby.com, they stated that it's going to be three veteran players cut before week 1. Now, these 3 players that I've saw, I was kind of shocked at it, but I wasn't shocked at it. So the 3 players that they put into that could be cut by week 1 is wide receiver Willie Snead, which I kind of disagree with here. The second one was Darius Fallon. Interesting one. And the third one was Rasul Douglas. Now, those 3, me personally, I feel like those 3 make the team. Darius Fallon, if he might not make the 53-man roster, he's going to be a practice squad guy. But I can't see Rasul Douglas not making a team. I can't see Willie Snead not making a team. And Darius Fallon, I can't see those 3 not making a team. Only way Darius Fallon does not make the team if Darius Stills balls out in training camp or Quentin Jefferson. But this is according to justballbaby.com. They said Willie Snead, Rasul Douglas, and Darius Fallon would be the 3 that possibly could be cut by week 1. Hammer, what's your thoughts on this, bro?
Rasul Douglas, I could see potentially. It all depends on how he looks in training camp. Mm-hmm. What is the deal with Jalen Richard? Is he on the current roster? Because Carr was talking about him today as well. So
actually, I saw Jalen Richard at OTAs, though. I don't know if he was at minicamp, but I did see Richard show up to OTAs.
So what the hell was with the subs that he was throwing up on Twitter like a month and a half, 2 months ago, like where it seemed like he took all his Raider stuff down and was talking shit if he's still on the roster?
I don't know.
Something's not right there.
Obviously, as a contract wise, Richard is under contract with the Raiders.
Okay.
He's under contract. It's just that he was looking. It was a lot of rumors going around thinking that Jalen Richard was going to be released.
I thought so
too. Yeah, because we picked up Kenyon Drake, and then Theo Riddick is still on the roster, and then now with Jalen Richard, and then we had an undrafted free agent that's a running back as well. So Jalen Richard was still like, he's ready to be released. Like he was ready to pack up and like, okay, Raiders, y'all want to release me? Y'all brought in all these running backs. I'm going to just pack my stuff up. But he came in to OTAs, and I guess they over that little debacle.
For those that are in here right now, and I'm looking at resurrect what you just said, and you're absolutely correct that a lot of fans do not appreciate Carr. Start looking. The fact that he said what he said today, start looking in those Raider group pages throughout Facebook and everywhere else and see how many people are talking shit when he said that. I just realized that.
Oh, like, Twitter went off too. Twitter went off. The Carr haters went off on Twitter too.
Yeah, when we get off of this today, I'm gonna start looking in the Raider Facebook group pages because I guarantee you're gonna have a whole bunch of people that are gonna try to eviscerate him for saying this, like, oh, garbage and lemon Carr and all that other shit. Like, yo, dude just said straight up he bleeds silver and black, that he doesn't want to play for anybody else, and if it happened, he's gonna retire. Like, yo, that's loyalty to the T. Like, If y'all don't see it that way, just leave the nation entirely. Like, we don't need that. That is our quarterback right now. He's going to be our quarterback for years to come. Stop.
It's all about no matter what quarterback becomes available, everybody wants to go, oh, should we trade Derek Carr for this quarterback? Trade Derek Carr for that quarterback? No, I'm not trading Derek Carr for any quarterback. But number one, just in years of me being a Raiders fan, people only came to the Raiders for the money. They didn't come just to wear that silver and black. A lot of players that came through here, they didn't really want to be in that silver and black. Carr wants to stay in that silver and black. So what? He has not made the playoffs in the years that he's been here. In that 1 year that we did make the playoffs, Donald Penn, fat ass, could not get Trent Cole down, couldn't block him, and that's what happened. Broken leg. MVP year, gone.
There was an article out there the other day. Von Miller was giving high praise on Mad Max. So that explains it right there, the fact he went to his summit. It's going to be a problem this year. He's going to bounce back from those just 7 sacks last season. Watch.
Yeah, I love that when Von Miller is doing. Von Miller is helping the AFC West anyway. He's helping us out. Thank you, Von Miller. We appreciate it. Solomon Thomas and Mad Max and Darius Fallon, all 3 Raiders in your rival division. Hell yeah. Von Miller,
like
keep giving them.
Randy Moss and Warren Sapp. Y'all, I never liked either one of them, and I don't care what anybody says. You can fight me about this. T.O. is better than Randy Moss. I don't give a shit.
Jerry Rice is better than all of them.
Well, of course he is.
Only reason why Terrell Owens is, I don't know it's off topic, but I know why I understand why Terrell Owens is better than Randy Moss. Understand that Randy Moss was a 50-50 ball type wide receiver and only could run that 9 route. Understanding that. He came across the middle a few times in his career. Don't get me wrong. But Terrell Owens could run every route on the routing tree and then some. So that makes it a little difference on why I see that you say Terrell Owens is better than Randy Moss. I can see that.
Yep. Max will get 8 sacks because he has to split time with Clee. We got to see who's going to be more dominant the first 4 or 5 games, and we'll see who will have that solidified spot on that side at end. But we know Yannick's got his side on lock. It's going to be a toss-up between Max and Clee, but Max is going to be starting most likely. Unless something changes and Clee has somewhat of a turnaround, I feel that Max will be the starter on the other side.
But I feel like with Maxx Crosby, I think he's a very humble guy. So even though that if he doesn't start, he doesn't mind coming off the bench. He just gives me that vibe that, okay, I don't need to be a starter to be an impactful player. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I feel like with Max, if Cleveland wins over Maxx Crosby, I'll be surprised. But at the same time, Maxx Crosby's not really worrying about being a starter. He's just worrying about helping his team win.
I like Randy Vaughn's thought on that. Max and Yannick on pass downs. Like, I actually think I've been thinking the same exact thing. Those are going to be the guys you're going to want on pass downs. Those are going to be the guys that you most likely are going to want on 3rd and long situations as well. So hold on. I was wondering if you could bring on content creators from other teams. Yeah, why not?
Yeah. I listen, I have that in the works. What I do on Raider Carlos, when the season starts from week 1 to week 17, I have a different YouTube content creator of every team that we play. So I usually do that around when the season starts. I don't do it during preseason. It wouldn't be or preseason or off season. It doesn't make any sense to do it. Yeah, I might have them on and talk some or have a AFC West roundtable. I think that would be interesting. But as far as players that we play, teams that we play, yeah, I'm definitely going to do that. Who is better, Max or Clee?
At this point, Max.
That's hard. That's hard to call it because Max, like Maxx Crosby is not great against the run, but Cleveland Farrell is.
Yeah.
Maxx Crosby is great against the pass, but not cleaning. So Cleveland Farrell, so it's like tit for tat. You don't know who's better because one each other has a opposite weakness.
Farrell not playing D end. He's playing. I said from the time that they signed Yannick that it was going to be Yannick and Maxx on the outs on the exterior, and they were probably going to move Cleed to interior D line. So we'll see how that plays out. I definitely think it's a good chance that that's what they're going to do.
I know who Philly 500 is, bro. I know who Philly 500. That's one diehard Eagles fan right there.
All
I can't wait to break your
What up?
I would definitely bring Philly 500 on here. I'll definitely reach out to him once we play the Eagles this season. That's gonna be interesting to watch. That's gonna be I'm gonna have to be at my dad's house for that one. Max is better. What's up, everybody? What's going on? All about the card. What's going on?
Is that the St. Louis Cards or the Arizona Cards?
Right.
Curious.
I talk trash in his chat. I always talk. Listen, I used to talk trash in this chat too. Yeah, Arnett was making the same mistakes. Darn.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I was
the only reason why they saying Cleveland Farrell moves inside because he's great against the run, and we struggled against the run on the edge and on the inside. So if you took Cleveland Farrell in the inside just for run purposes, I'm fine with that. If it's third down situations and you have him being an edge rusher, that's his weakness. You gotta put Cleveland Farrell and Maxx Crosby where they both can succeed in their strength or improve on what they're weak at.
King, we're too early. The season hasn't even come yet for them to make any decisions on that. I know for the pro sports in New York right now, you do have to be vaccinated or have some type of proof of a negative COVID test. Mm-hmm. They did just have the Mets played the Padres Friday night. I actually really wanted to go to that game, but obviously had to work. They had 39,000 fans, which is the most that they've had in a stadium or an arena in New York since they started lifting the restrictions. I think come the start of the season, they're going to have some type of guidelines, but I also think that they're trying to fill the seats and not just New York. I think majority of the states that numbers are like severely down, I think they're going to try to max out the stadiums, the arenas throughout professional sports. So me and Darian have already talked about it. We will be there November 7th. Definitely can't wait for that one.
Yeah,
if I get an open opportunity to take a trip to Vegas and go to Allegiant, I will, but there's no promises on that this coming season.
Right. So, because those tickets, man, bro.
Yeah, I know.
Them tickets is on crack, man.
And I got to connect out there, but you know, our trip kind of
our trip is just a question mark at this point, bro.
I got to connect. If we were to go that weekend, we can hit that preseason game against Seattle. So yeah.
I'm not fully vaccinated, King Savage, but I did get vaccinated. I do got my first
fully
vaccine. I'm not fully vaccinated just yet.
I'm a first responder, so I got it. I was that person that was like, oh, I'm going to wait for the guinea pigs and see who comes out with a horn or a third leg. And I have a doctor that I work with that's another diehard Raider fan that convinced me pretty much from this aspect, and you guys can take this if you want as well. Would you rather get it and suffer for months or put your family at risk, or protect yourself and your loved ones? And that kind of like made me think twice, and I got it done. No side effects, no issues at all. I'm still in great health, no issues, knock on wood. I didn't get COVID as I worked through it for a year and doing 16-hour shifts. I think it's worth getting, though. If you want to protect yourself, to protect your loved ones, those close to you, get it, bro. It's not going to hurt.
Yes, Anthony. Those tickets is on crack.
They are.
They on crack, man. I gotta get an income. I gotta get income tax and then some just to buy those tickets.
Pfizer.
You know what I'm saying? So, which one of y'all? I got the Moderna vaccine. That's the one I got. I got the Moderna.
Moderna. Yeah, I got the Pfizer.
Yeah, whatever one it was at the time. So whatever one it was. But my next thing is this. Giants game. Now, I want to go in. I'm gonna try to see about finding a spot during tailgating. If we could do our actual tailgating show, I'm gonna try to see if we could get like some headsets and have like the computer, the webcam, all of that. But it really depends on the weather. Because last time I went to Giant Stadium,
we went and we didn't know each other, but we were both there,
and we got soaked to get our ass kicked.
Yep.
So I'm not gonna make any promises on a tailgating show or not, because every time I go to Giant Stadium, it's always raining. It never fails.
I've gone to 3 games. I went to, what did I go to? I went to the Raider game. I went to 2 Jet games. 2 of the 3 games I went to, including the Raider game, it rained. 1 game I went to where the Jets kicked the shit out of the Donkeys. It was gorgeous, but it was like early in the season. If you want to look into that, especially like tailgate wise, where to tailgate, because they did have a section. Look up New York City's Black Hole Nation chapter, and they'll be able to tell you exactly where they're going to be for the tailgate and everything, because that's what we did when we went last year, or the year before, rather. We went to that area and met up with those guys over there. And I got to meet, or not meet, I got to see Gorilla Rilla again. We took pictures. I met him in Baltimore, and I saw him again at MetLife. So that was dope.
So that means me and Hammer will be on the road this season, because I'm trying to go to the Pittsburgh Steelers game too, bro.
I'll take the drive. If it's a weekend off, I would take the drive. I don't care.
See, that's why you can rock with Hammer, because he always makes sure that you can be there. You know,
had the pandemic not hit last year, I could have gone to at least like 6 games on the East Coast, including the first game of the season against Carolina. It's not a far drive. Carolina, New England, Cleveland. Wasn't that bad of a drive. Philly.
No, we didn't play.
Not Philly. There was another one. Not Philly.
New York. You could have been home for that one.
Yeah, like shit was not far.
But all right, y'all. It's about that time. It is about that time. Are y'all ready to call in to the show? Because I would love for y'all to call in to the show. And I already got it set up. I already got it ready to go. Are you trying to come on?
Are you trying to come on right now? What's
so
good?
If you want to call in to the show, do it right now. 267-957-1431. We will be waiting on y'all. I'm gonna turn my do not disturb off. So if y'all want to ask us questions in the chat, that is absolutely fine. But if you want to, hit us up on the call and ask me and Hammer anything, we here, baby. We here for it. I don't know where Hammer just went, but it's all good. It's all good. I think he's streaming audio only at this moment. Why you run away, bro?
The wife just came home, that's why.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Hi, Mrs. Hammer. What's going on?
Nothing much. How are you?
No, I'm good. Congratulations on your wedding and your marriage as well.
Thank you.
You're welcome. No problem there. So
I would show my face, but I'm still in a work uniform, and nobody needs to know which healthcare facility I work in.
No, it's absolutely fine. You can be behind the scenes. Hammer's going to be Hammer. He's going to be the crazy one out of the group anyway. He's always the crazy one out of the group. So Nick 209 says, I can't wait to see our safety or our free safety week 1. Which one is what you're saying? Which one did you like to see in week 1? So if y'all looking to call up, the number's up there, 267-957-1431. The call-in shows is back. We want to hear y'all thoughts. We want to hear everything y'all got to say. Y'all got smoke for us? Call up.
Y'all better call up. I'm back, bitches.
Right. You better let them know. Let them know. Tickets are pricey, but some people spend more money on shoes than other dumb stuff. Save up and get to Las Vegas. Listen. Y'all must not know. Some people buy Jordans, but they don't buy it at full price. They pay full price, but they don't buy at full price. If you ever heard of Afterpay, oh yeah. And they are on like GOAT, like the GOAT app. Oh yeah. Your first payment, GOAT sends your shoes out. That's a fact. So I can see that I can understand, but getting Las Vegas is just pricey in itself, not just the Raiders. Look at the Las Vegas Golden Knights tickets. Those tickets is an arm and a leg as well.
This is Stanley Cup semifinals. Of course, they're going to be an arm and a leg right now.
I could completely understand that, Hammer. I could completely understand that. But even before they got to the conference finals, them tickets was still pricey.
You know what? You're making me look now because I was talking about it in the group chat with Jake, and I'd really love to see the Golden Knights versus the New York Islanders. Appreciated sports coverage. I'm going to see if they have a home game while I'm off like this weekend. I really want to go and try to go to the playoff game at the Coliseum because this is going to be their final. This is the final season of the Coliseum as their new arena opens next to Belmont next season.
All right, so Heron, I don't know if you got the question. $1,000 for a tailgate? Hell no. What? If it's $1,000 to tailgate, then I'll be tailgating from home.
No way.
I'll be tailgating for home if that's the case.
How do you?
That's insane. That's insane, bro.
That can't be real.
If it's $1,000 for a tailgate, just imagine how much the tickets are. Just imagine how much the tickets would be if it's $1,000 for a tailgate.
Nah, I'm good.
That's bugging, bro. That's bugging.
17th and 19th. Let me look this up.
Who is the one guy who think can stand out in minicamp, or in training camp? Because me personally, I have Darius Stills as my standout. But I have a different guy. He's an undrafted free agent. I mean, yeah, he's an undrafted free agent from Notre Dame, and that is Sean Crawford. Now, a lot of people don't say much about Sean Crawford, mind you. He's I think he's a linebacker / safety as well, if I'm not mistaken. But I'm just going to read up a little bit on him for people that don't know who Sean Crawford is. He is an undrafted free agent that the Raiders did sign. He could be a sleeper to crack the 53-man roster. Now, they say that after bringing in Carl Joseph and drafting both Trayvon Merrick and Tyree Gillespie, the safety, actually, he is a safety. So the safety position for the Las Vegas Raiders could actually be a strength in 2021. They saying when it comes to Crawford, he's a hardworking, never say die player that could be signed to the practice squad and brought up if need be. This is a 17-game season, and the Raiders are embarking on the 2021 season. If Crawford does not sneak into the 53-man roster for week 1, the hope is that they can keep him around with the opportunity presenting himself. They didn't really put too much on him. They saying that, after the draft, he signed the former Notre Dame football star Sean Crawford, came to the Silver and Black after a roller coaster collegiate career. Oh, in a 6-year he had injuries out the behind. He was able to stay healthy in 2021 campaign in South Bend, who was named an honorable mention in the All ACC and team captain that in a team captain put in a nice capper on his Irish career. Now, if Sean Crawford could be a guy that could come in, even though with all these safeties that we got. Hopefully, Devon Diablo bumps down the linebacker and Tanner Muse. So that leaves Carl Joseph, Jonathan Abram, Trayvon Merrick, Tyree Gillespie, and it'll be Sean Crawford. So 5 safeties on the roster. I don't see that happening. He might be a sleeper and might make the 53-man roster, but I can see him being on the practice squad.
I feel if anybody needs to be watched right now, and you guys can take this how you want, but I feel like the one person that needs to be someone that stands out, and he's only a rookie, is going to be Alex Leatherwood with the pick, his draft number. With all the criticism that the Raiders got with that draft pick and how much it was a reach, granted, if it was any other team that got him, like including the Ravens, we wouldn't be having this conversation. But I feel like he is even Titan agrees.
That is interesting. That is interesting to say.
I feel that he's going to have to be the one that's going to have to show improve in his rookie campaign, and you guys can take that how you want, but it's not an insult. It's just a fact of life.
Right. And I feel like Alex Leatherwood, I think he's going to fit. I mean, I didn't like the pick because I feel like he wasn't the 17th best player, but for need, I understand. I don't think he was the best.
Realistically, we were lucky to get Morig where we got him, even though we had to trade up because there were other teams that were within that range where we originally were in the second round that were looking to get him. We got very, very lucky being able to get Morig in the second round.
And I had to look up some Alex Leatherwood stuff, as far as film and stuff like that. And, every lineman has their flaws. Every lineman is not going to be perfect. Some linemen has weaknesses. Some linemen don't have weaknesses. But Alex Leatherwood, if he can stay dominant or he can learn this offensive line scheme very quickly, I might regret how I felt about him in the draft. I just feel like from coming out of the draft, I felt like Leatherwood was a guy that was a second rounder. I didn't see him as a first round player. But as I look at him and what he did at Alabama, I can say he's a first round talent. Is he a top 20 talent? No.
He's a product of
20 and 32. Yes,
he's a product of Nick Saban. I'm not knocking him whatsoever, but I feel because of how the media and everybody else wanted to twist this around when we drafted him, he has to stand out as a dominant offensive tackle this coming season. And I know that sounds like that's a lot of pressure on him, but it has to happen.
So. Yeah, it has to happen. And I think Alex Leatherwood is going to come in, and I think he's going to get a lot of help from Incognito and Denzel Good and Colton Miller. Those guys is really going to get him up to speed. And that's what I like about it, that they're taking on this now that we have OTAs and now we have mini camps. Now we have training camp. Our offensive line is going to have the continuity that it's going to need by the time week 1 comes. Yeah, we're going to have our mistakes in week 1. That happens. Every team has mistakes in every week of the game. But I feel like this offensive line is going to be more stronger when we hit week 1. It's going to be way stronger.
Carr's happy with what he has so far in front of him in terms of an offensive line. He said it sucks that 2 of his best friends in Hudson and Jackson are gone, but he also said that it's not going to be so difficult without having Hudson as his center, as he did work with was it Andrew last year under center when he was out. So I think the line is going to be okay. You still got Incognito there, you got Colton Miller there, you got Denzel Good there. I think they're going to be okay.
Docs, what's going on, my brother? What's going on, Graphk Raider?
Yep.
What's up, my brother? Killing it over there with the views.
What?
Killing it, man. Raider Nation all day, man. Shout out to Docs ENT. If y'all have not subscribed over there to Docs, make sure y'all go over there and subscribe to my brother. He's been killing the game. with this offseason. So shout out to him, yo. Shout out to him. But I just got a tweet from Tashawn Reed of The Athletic. He did tweet out saying Raiders running back Josh Jacobs previously OTA absence was an excuse so they can spend time working on his own.
Yes.
Where did he aim to improve? He said, in quotations of what Josh Jacobs said, he felt like he improved in every area, honestly. So he did put out an article saying that his piece on Josh Jacobs' OTA debut, what could be in store for him in 2021. That's interesting. That he felt like he improved in every area of his game. How you feel about that, Hammer?
He said he worked on flexibility, that he worked more on his route running. He was where he wanted to be in regards to the receptions he got last year. But yeah, pretty much everything that you're reading now was what I heard in the presser earlier today. And he said there was a lot of different aspects that he worked on, and he did get that the excused absence from Coach Gruden. There were things he wanted to work on, and let him do it, whether it be with the team or without the team. As long as he's still working on his craft and striving to get better, I got no problem with that. And I'm glad that that's what he was doing. And I'm happy that he's back.
I just feel like, because now I feel like Josh Jacobs is going to have a full season without him being hurt.
Yep.
Now you got Kenyon Drake as your backup. You don't have to put all that load on Josh Jacobs. You really don't. You got two caliber running backs that came from the same college, was there the same years. Well, I mean, Kenyon Drake came out before Josh Jacobs, but they was there around the same time. I think about 1 year together under that running back by committee that they have all the time in Alabama.
Mm-hmm.
But now you don't have to run Josh Jacobs into the ground, because Kenyon Drake could do just as much as Josh Jacobs to do in between the tackles.
Right.
He's just as big as Josh Jacobs when it comes in between the tackles, and he can take hits. So trying to limit Josh Jacobs, he's still going to have his 1,000 yards. He's still going to have as many carries as he is. But now Kenyon Drake is here. If both of these guys can stay healthy, it's the sky's the limit for this offense. Sky's the limit.
Can't wait for this season to just come already. Even just let the
I know, man. I can't.
These guys have.
I can't wait for this season to come. I'm so excited for this here, man. And I got a question for you though, because now we said 3 people that might get cut from the Raiders by week 1, which they said Willie Snead, Darius Fallon, and Rasul Douglas. I kind of disagree with that, but now they have three departures that the Las Vegas Raiders will miss in 2021. The first one is Nelson Aguilar. How do you feel about that?
Carr actually was comparing John Brown to Nelson Aguilar today in that press conference, and was saying that he really does misses Nelly. Those are his exact words. But pretty much they have a very comparable type of play. I could see that being a possibility, but at the same time, it's time for Edwards and Ruggs to take the training wheels off and step up. I really don't see Snead making this roster. I don't. I think John Brown has a better chance of staying in the long run over Willie Snead. That's for damn sure right now. Who are the other 2?
The second one is Rodney Hudson, our center. Well, our former center. And I think it was Maurice Hurst. Mo Hurst.
Hudson is still it's even hard for me to get over right now, because he is the most dominant center in the NFL.
And guess where he went? He went to Arizona.
Yeah.
That's the crazy part.
Yeah. He went from the giant Roomba in the desert to the giant toaster in the desert.
Right.
I think it's going to be I don't want to say it's going to be rough without him, but I think for these new guys to take that spot at center after Carr having such a close relationship with him for 7 years. It's going to be an adjustment for everybody, not just the offense and Carr, but I think for Raider fans as well. It's going to take some getting used to now that we don't see him in silver and black anymore.
Yeah, it's going to take some used to. I kind of agree. I know, understanding that, contracts, this is a business before you actually hit the football field. I can completely understand that. And when it comes to, we got a phone call. We'll get back to that there. So
what up, Sebastian?
Here we go. And thank you for calling the Spotlight Raiders Talk with me and Hammer. Who is this and where you calling from? Hello? Hello? We can't hear you. Hello, 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 hello. We couldn't hear him. But Mo Hurst, I'm not really worried about missing Mo Hurst. I was kind of shocked that we released him. But like I was saying before the phone call came, like, this is a business before anybody hits the football field. So to clear up cap space, you have to take some, release some risky players. And Nelson Aguilar, we let him walk. We're not really worried about that. Rodney Hudson, I was not expecting to release him or trade him. I thought Rodney Hudson was going to stay a Raider because, he started out in Kansas City and then he came over to us.
Yep.
So I was just like, Rodney Hudson, though, even Gabe Jackson, I was surprised at the Gabe Jackson one too, but I could understand that those contracts were big and we wanted to cut, get into our cap space. That's where the business part comes in at. That's what happens, We had one caller and they couldn't hear us, man. That sucks.
Where the callers at? We back. Come on.
Call on back, brother. Call on back. We ain't gonna be on here for too long. We're not staying on here for a full 2 hours neither. I have other stuff that I need to do.
Yeah, so do I. Adulting sucks.
So yes, adulting does sucks. Adulting really does sucks. But we're gonna try to keep these, these shows to a minimum at least of 130, 145-ish, not really 2 hour shows. I can't do them. My behind's old. I'm old. I can't do it. But definitely call up to the show. Y'all call up to the show 267-957-1431. If anybody's in the chat, how do y'all feel about those three players that the Raiders is going to miss going into 2021 season? They said Nelson Aguilar, Mo Hurst, and Rodney Hudson. I think we're kind of missing. I think Rodney Hudson is going to be the most one for me. If I had to put those in order, it'll be Rodney Hudson. Then it would be probably third Nelson Aguilar. And who was the third? Who was the other one again?
Maurice Hurst.
Yeah, Mo Hurst. So it would be Hudson, Hurst, Aguilar. If I were to put it in that ranking.
I agree.
I feel like John Brown is going to replace Nelson Aguilar, and I just feel like only thing that we might miss from Nelson Aguilar is his height, because John Brown wasn't tall as Aguilar, but he can run better routes than Aguilar. He's faster than Aguilar. So in Aguilar, you need to thank Derek Carr for reviving your career, because we gave you a chance when we signed you for under $1 million and you balled out. So you need to bless Derek Carr with your contract.
And what do you got now? 2-year, 23 mil?
Yeah, give him something.
Hold on.
Give him something, damn it. So I guess the wife must have been calling him again. Who knows? But at the end of the day, y'all, I'm going to get back to these shows because I feel like I've been missing out on the live streams with y'all. Nelson messed up taking that bag. Watch, yeah. You know what? He's going to go with it. He's going to go. That's what they did, though. They knew they was going to go get a quarterback. They knew the Patriots was going to go get a quarterback. We all knew this for a fact. So that's why Aguilar went over there. Even with Cam Newton over there, that's not going to make no difference. It's not going to make any difference at all. At the end of the day, the Patriots are still going to be bad, and the Patriots are going to have a lot to work on to get themselves, the best. So if So my thing is this, y'all. What's up, Darian? What's up, Hammer? What's going on, bro? What's going on? Spotlight, how you been? I've been good. If y'all want to ask me any questions, call up to the show or put the questions in the chat. We really would appreciate all y'all love and all y'all support for the Spotlight Radio. So I've been good, just to give y'all a little life update until Hammer comes back. Well, he's back now, but I'm still going to give you an update anyway. But it was a lot going on. I just laid my godmom to rest yesterday. My cousin had his funeral the same day. My cousin got killed a couple weeks back, and they had his funeral yesterday as well. So 2 funerals in one day. That was tough. And my family, my mom, and everybody else, like, it was just a lot going on at the time. So I could not be able to be consistent. Like, I uploaded videos, cool, but personally, it was just a lot going on. So that's why I really was able to do the lives. But we got a caller coming in. So here we go. And thank you for calling the Spotlight Raiders Talk with Darian and Hammer. Who is this and where you calling from?
Man, this is Ant-Man, man, calling out of LA, man. How you doing today?
What's going on, man? How are you doing, man? I'm finally back with the calls, bro. How you been, bro?
I see, man. I'm doing good, man. I just wanted to call in and talk about our team for a minute, man, and just tap in on a couple things.
Okay. So what you got for us, man? Let it, you on live now. So what you got for us?
Okay, man. First, I wanted to talk about the impact that what do you guys think about the impact that Cleve Ferrell will have this year? Like what kind of impact do you think he's gonna have?
I think he's going to do better than what he did last year. I think it's going to be I think he's going to be put in a position where he's comfortable. I think Gus Bradley's going to put him where he is where he's best at, and that's stopping the run. If he's needed on a pass, like we said earlier, me and Hammer talked about this a little bit earlier, and we said that when it came to Cleveland Ferrell and Maxx Crosby, because somebody asked us who was better. And I feel like Cleveland Ferrell is better at the run than Maxx Crosby, but Maxx Crosby is better at the pass than Cleveland Ferrell. So I feel like if those two both improve on what their weaknesses are, then I can say Cleveland Ferrell and Maxx Crosby will have an impact, in my opinion.
I believe so too. And this the thing with the it seems like with our team it seems like the Raider Nation, like they don't believe that these two players could be good at the same time. Like, it's like I see guys saying either Max is going to be good or Clee. Like, I think they both could have a huge impact. And to be honest, I think Yannick as well. Like, when you have 3 pass rushers, these guys are going to stay fresher longer throughout the game. 4th quarters, you're going to see Max get to the quarterback. You're going to see Yannick get to the quarterback, And Clee does his thing too as well,
Right. I just feel like it's really going to come down to situational play when it comes to who's going to improve.
Definitely.
It's going to come down to situational play. Like, if it's a situational down that we need Maxx Crosby for a pass rush, Cleveland Ferrell's not going to be in there. But
I would move him inside. I would move inside because you could do that. He's versatile like that. And I think, to be honest, I tell a lot of people this, but Cleveland Ferrell is just as good as Bosa. He's just as good as Nick Bosa, or whichever. But I get him confused. Whichever Bosa brother is on the Chargers, he's just as good as that one.
So you think he's just as good as Joey Bosa?
Oh yeah, definitely. They just have a better defense. They had a better coordinator. And then I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna say he's on the same level as Bosa, but he's not too far. He's not that much of a difference. He could do the same thing Bosa could do. He just doesn't have that bend that Bosa got. That's the only thing he's missing. He's just as powerful as Bosa. Got enough. I love it. I think he got better hand movements than Bosa, to be honest.
When Bosa's healthy, he's a monster. That's the only thing that's holding Bosa back is that his injuries, and that's kind of held Cleveland Ferrell back last year as well. He did miss 4 games, but those 4 games was crucial.
Okay, and I know you guys. How do you guys feel about our coaching staff and I heard like the majority of the coaching staff is vaccinated. How do you guys feel about that?
Hell of a lot happier than last year with Gunther. That's for damn sure.
Feel like that's going to help us.
Yes, I think this season in itself, because Hammer said hell yes. He said that having a whole new defensive coordinator, because me and Hammer we couldn't stand Paul Gunther. We couldn't stand him. We couldn't stand his staff. It was just terrible. It was terrible. So I feel like now our defensive staff is fully vaccinated. Number one, we have an OTA, we have a mini camp and a training camp this year.
Exactly.
The defense is going to be different this year. I can't wait. I'm excited. I'm excited to see what the defense can do.
Then I want to move on to Derek Carr, man. It seems like the nation might be split up 50-50, man. It's a lot of DC hate going on. I'm not gonna lie. Earlier, when a few of these quarterbacks were on the trading block, I kind of wanted to make a move. But as I sit back and I assess Derek Carr's play from last year, and I see where he's getting, because I always thought he had a bad problem with playmaking after the 2016 season. After he got hurt, it seemed like he lost that, he didn't want to extend play. He didn't want to keep the plays going longer. He feared getting hurt. You could see it on tape. But I think he's going to get ready to, last year you seen him doing that more. I think he's going to be ready to have a breakout MVP type season this year.
I have to agree. I feel like the Raider Nation is 50-50, but I understand how the Raider Nation is 50-50 on a quarterback that stated that he will quit football if he has to play for someone else. I don't understand how.
Hey, that hyped me up too, man. Hey, that had me juiced when I was watching that.
How can you be mad at a man that wants to be a Raider, but you happy about players that just want to be a Raider because they want to get it out of Dodge from their other teams? I'm lost on that.
Exactly, man. DC got that Kobe mentality, man. I like this game. I think he's gonna take the next step. And then before I get out of here, I want to talk about Jonathan Abram and his impact. How do you guys feel about Jonathan Abram? Because I've been watching him in OTAs and during the off season. He looks like he shedded a few pounds, and he looks much quicker, man. He looks like he could be a problem. And my player comparison to him is Adams from the Seahawks.
Okay. Hammer, do you feel that do you compare Jonathan Abram to Jamal Adams?
There's a lot of people that are at that point where they're trying to compare him to Adams, but he's another one that just needs to stay healthy. Stay healthy for a full season.
Stay healthy. That's one.
Stay healthy for a full season. Play with a little bit more control.
He's another one that just needs to stay healthy. Stay healthy for a full season. Stay healthy. That's one.
Yeah.
Stay healthy for a full season. Play with a little bit more control. He's another one.
Right. And I mean, that is an issue for him staying healthy. I believe he got everything under control. When I heard his press conference earlier, it was a few weeks ago, I think, you could hear him saying that he wanted to protect his body a little more. He didn't want to deliver big hits for no reason, So you could tell he's sharpened up. It is his third year, but I'm gonna let you guys go, man. But Raider Nation, y'all stay up, man. And hopefully I'm 11-7 this year, man. What is it? 11-6.
Okay.
I like it.
That's the bold prediction we put out there for y'all.
I like it.
Put y'all bold predictions in the comments. Make sure y'all do that, man. Thank you so much for calling up, bro. We really do appreciate you calling up to the Spotlight Raiders Talk.
All right, man.
All right, man. So I'll turn that down because I hate.
How was that?
I don't use my actual phone number for them to call, so I use like a text-free app. Every time the phone call, they gotta show this simple behind ad, which I hate. Doesn't make any sense to me, but we got 5 more minutes. So if anybody else wants to call up, we got 5 more minutes, and then we're going to head out of here because I'm going to be doing these shows a lot now. We're doing these shows. Loyal to the Slim said 13-4. Jesus Christ. Now, I said this before on Raider Honcho's channel and Graphk Raider channel. I said 13-4 as a fantasy bowl prediction. 13-4. But if I want to bump down to reality, I'll say 11-6. I'll say that. I don't know about or 11-7 or whatever. But I think we win 11 games. I think we do. I think if this offseason keeps going the way it's going, I can see 11 games won.
11-6, 10-7.
10-7. You know 10-7 is not going to get us in the playoffs, right? You know that.
I'm calling it now. 11-6, 10-7.
All right. So which one is your realistic? The 10-7.
11-6.
Okay. I'm ready for the season so I can see how y'all acting a fool. Oh, yeah, we're going to act a fool on these live streams. I'm going to get right back to it.
Darian's going to act a fool. Let's go back to the Jets and Raider game.
We always talk about that game, man. You got to talk about other games that I did, too. The Chargers game, I was pissed at.
Yeah, but that
Mariota throwing that interception.
That Jet one was the most animated one.
Yeah, that was the most animated one. I can say that, but
he took his shirt off. He took his Jacobs jersey off and put on his royal blue T-shirt and just.
And the crazy thing is that we played the Colts the next week.
Yep.
We played the Colts next week after that. So according to Vinny B, he says that Derek Carr plays for the Raiders or no one else. Okay, so I'm just seeing Vinny B just tweeted something about Derek Carr touched on everything from his potential contract extension, relationship with John Gruden, hosted the Lombardi Trophy as a Raiders quarterback, and the progress of Henry Ruggs. Okay, so Vegas Nation and interview with Vegas Nation and the Raiders, they did that. So I'm definitely going to try to look into that. I was there shaking my head, wasting my money. Oh, you went to the Falcons game? Oh,
that was terrible.
I understand us going to the Jets game, but that Falcons game was nasty. Ugh.
Except for when Jacobs ran over that corner. That shit was hysterical.
Raiders Carlos says 14-3. Yo, if we go 14-3, bro, I'm going to be ecstatic.
If we go 14-3, I'm not doing a podcast anymore.
No, you gotta do a podcast. You gotta do it, bro. You gotta do it. We go 14-3. Oh, she lives in Atlanta. Okay, that makes sense. Then that means you gotta at least come to some East Coast games this year. You got to,
and go to some dope-ass strip clubs in ATL too.
Facts. Well, let's go high. 14. How many sacks and fumbles for Yannick? Hammer, talk about it.
I will say between 10 to 12 sacks. Are we talking forced fumbles? I'll say 3 or 4.
Yeah, I'm kind of on the same boat with you, Hammer. Raider Carlos said Yannick is bringing that old school Raider energy. He is.
We need that, though.
Even though the clip
need that.
Even though the clip was small and it was straight to the point. He said we're not BSing around. And that's what we need. We need that type of talk on the defensive side of the ball. And Yannick is going to probably hold everybody accountable on that defense if they mess up. Even though all defenses mess up, ain't no perfect defense out there. But Yannick will be like, yo, get on your shit. That's exactly what it's going to be like. Get on your shit.
Well, now that hopefully the coaches won't have to be wearing masks on the sideline anymore, we could actually see, hopefully, I'm praying for this, old Chucky coming back.
Yes.
Don't be this PC John Gruden. Drop a couple of F. Drop a couple of F. No, you know what? Fuck that. Drop a couple. Say fuck every every now and then. Say shit every now and then. Curse these guys out and fucking hold them accountable for once. Like, bring back that fire because that's what Raider Nation's about. Please bring that shit back.
Yes, we need that fire. We need that energy. If the coaches ain't going to do it, Yannick will. Silva says 12 sacks this season for Yannick. Wow.
I said 10 to 12, so I like that.
Whew. Do y'all have any more questions for us in the chat before we go?
I'm back, bitches.
We got stuff to do. I still have dogs to take out. I still have dinner to cook. So I still have stuff to do. Bruh, he did that last year and got flagged. Who got flagged? Who got flagged? That's the question. I don't know who got how many sacks for a healthy Maxx. If Maxx is starting and you say Yannick gets 12, I can see
8 or 9.
Yeah, about 8 or 9. Possibly if I want to be on the higher tier of things, I'll say 10. But if I want to go bump down to reality,
I think especially with Gus Bradley running that defense, I feel that they can be the most disruptive and most dangerous edge rushers in the league this coming season.
Nothing wrong with being a house husband. Ain't nothing wrong with being a house. No, listen, I am a house husband, one. But number two, I still make money as a house husband. I still have income coming in, multiple streams of it.
Wait, Santi, how am I not being positive right now? I'm always positive, but I'm also
It's
optimistic.
hard to be positive as a Raiders fan. It's hard.
Shit, try telling that to somebody that's a Met fan too.
Okay.
I'm optimistic, but I'm super
for both Yannick and Maxx. That's reasonable.
I'm super excited for this season to get here because I'm very excited to see what Gus Bradley has in store with this defense, and I'm real curious to see the two-headed monster in the backfield of Drake and Josh. So
that's gonna be.
I'm excited, man. I'm super excited. I just wanted to get here already. I really do.
That's going to be very, very exciting, and I think I'm gonna love it. But just to let y'all know that the lines are closed. I told you at the 1:30 mark, I was closing the lines. Y'all got to get on a little bit earlier. So, Hammer, is anything else you need to say before we head out of here, bro?
Yo, if y'all really love me, if y'all really miss me as much as y'all say y'all did, subscribe to the channel, please. I'm back, man. I am back, bitches.
Even though Hammer probably won't be on every day due to the fact that, work calls. But I'm telling y'all keep calling the phone. The lines are closed, ladies and gentlemen. The lines are closed until tomorrow at 4:00 Eastern Standard Time, as usual. So they say number one defense in the league this year. Ooh.
Could be. It really could. It very well could be this season. I'm loving the secondary. And like I said earlier, I love this defensive line and what they did in free agency and in the draft. Like, this defense could potentially be a serious problem this year.
Now, for anybody that's calling the phone right now, for anybody that's watching and calling the phone, if you want to leave a voicemail, you can leave a voicemail and I will answer your question on the next show. That's one thing that you can do. Jake is on here, Snake Sports Talk Show. What's up, Jake?
Hi, buddy.
Can we get a recap video? A recap video for this show here. And Santi James said, how many games you guys going to this year, home or away? Most of the games is going to be on the road for me because I don't have that crackhead price that Allegiant Stadium is paying for. Like, I really wish I could go to SummerSlam in Allegiant Stadium this year because that would be crazy because SummerSlam is at Allegiant Stadium. And I'm mad that the tickets going to be
I'm going to Survivor Series since it's going to be at the Barclays. But
if Survivor Series is going to be at the Barclays, I'm going.
It is. I am definitely going to go to the Giants game. I would like to go to the Steelers game. I think they play the Browns again in Cleveland this year. I would like to go to that game. I got to look back at the schedule again and also got to see like if it works for weekends I'm off. Last year would have been even better. I could have went to at least close to half of the games that they played last year. It was just because of this pandemic, everything was shut down. I could have went to a lot of games on the East Coast, so including the Panthers game, the Patriots game, and a couple others.
I gotta look into all the videos and put all my pissed off clips in one video and just make it as a parody or as a
compilation. That
compilation, pissed off compilation. I gotta look into that. Because that means I gotta look into the Spotlight Sports Networks ones too. Because I went off on those Sunday morning shows. I went off on those Sunday morning shows. So I definitely gotta do 2 of those, man. I think I'm gonna do that, man. I think I'm gonna do more of that.
Yo, Al, funny enough,
to the channel.
Al, funny enough, you mentioned Tom Brady. Carr kind of took a dig at Brady today, whether anybody actually caught it or not. He was talking about he was talking pretty much how guys go like to teams like pretty much and build like these freaking superstar teams. That was a dig at Brady. I don't care what anybody says. I heard it and I was like, shit. There was another one that he wanted to touch, but he hesitated. He's like, nah, I'm not going to do that. He was taking a shot at some running backs that are like really good running backs, but did not have the numbers that they normally do last year. When he said it and he hesitated right away, the first person that came to mind was Le'Veon Bell. But I know there were others out there that he was.
He already said that he don't want to play for Andy Reid, so I don't know what's going on with Le'Veon Bell.
That's why he hasn't signed anywhere either. Ain't nobody want to deal with his bullshit anymore.
Right. So make sure everybody go subscribe to Hammer House. He's been commenting in the comment section. Make sure y'all go subscribe to Hammer House. Follow him on Instagram at hammer.house. If I'm correct?
Hammers.house.
Yep, hammers.house. You can follow me on Instagram at Spotlight Raiders Talk all together. Twitter. What's your Twitter handle?
J_Hammer86.
Yep. J_Hammer86. Hold up. Was you born in 86?
Yeah, bro.
Oh, we might be the same. We kind of like in the hold up. What month?
January. I was almost 9 months old when or actually almost 10 months old when the Mets won their last.
Wow, so you got me by 2 months, is what you saying.
Yes, sir.
You old fart.
I know.
But it's all good though. It's all good. But follow me on Twitter as Spotlight Art and Talk. If you want to go to our merch, if you want Baby Trent Brown t-shirts like this one, or any Hammer House gear or Spotlight Raiders Talk gear, make sure you go to spotlightsportsgear.com. Make sure y'all go there and get the merch. We will have a new promo coming up of 15% off on everything online. So make sure you get your hats. We have women tank tops, men tank tops. We have face coverings. We have all types of stuff on there. So make sure y'all go over to spotlightsportsgear.com. And this show is actually being sponsored and being on the Spotlight Sports Network as well. So make sure y'all go subscribe to the Spotlight Sports Network. We're close to getting to that 1,000 subscribers. We're at 888 at this moment. So Raider J is working. Raider J has been working and with family and everything. So since he's got back to work physically, he wasn't able to do much as far as his channel, but I still keep in touch with him. He's going to get back on here once the season starts. He's just taking the off season off like the Raiders is. Like he's taking off season off.
He's in minicamp right now. He'll be okay.
Yeah, he's in minicamp right now, as we can say. He's in minicamp. Spotlight Sports Network is the YouTube channel. You'll see live play-by-plays and reactions of Jake. He'll be doing Las Vegas Golden Knights on that channel. I'll be doing Philadelphia 76ers stuff on that channel once the Sixers can beat the Hawks and go to the Eastern Conference Finals. But that's another story. The Baby Trent Brown moments. Yes, listen, I got Baby Trent Brown moments. Let me just move this microphone real quick. Let me move this microphone and turn it this way so y'all can still hear me. But yeah, Boom.
That shirt is dope. That shirt is dope. And for those,
if y'all want a Baby Trent Brown t-shirt, that's where you can get it from, ladies and gentlemen.
For those that were getting really comfortable with the UFC pay-per-views that I was doing, like, I'm sorry. Pretty much looking at them going forward for like the next couple of months, all the pay-per-view fights are on the Saturdays I'm scheduled to work. So I'm going to have to take a hiatus from the UFC for a while.
Do a recap video.
Yeah, I might have to do that.
If you're not tired.
16 hours, I probably will be, but we'll see what happens. I know it's been a minute, and I definitely miss doing those because I know when I started doing it, it was kind of like a spur of the moment type thing, but everybody really got into them. And a lot of more people were jumping in as I started doing it more. But for the time being, until they switch or whatever, or if I'm able to switch and go to a day shift, I'm not going to be able to do them unless it's a opposite weekend. So I apologize for that, peoples.
It's all love, bro. It's all love. So, Hammer House, I know, bro, you working like crazy. I do want to thank you for, coming on to the show again. Hopefully you'll be back sooner than later.
Oh, yeah. So, today was my day off. You got me at a good time. The day's off. We're going to be back to grinding because it was about 2 months that I've been away. And like I said, like those that are in here, I missed you guys. I missed chatting it up with my brother from another mother and having our fun and our back and forth. So I'm back. When I can, I'll be on. We'll have some more fun. We'll definitely give as much content as we possibly can. And today was a great day to do it, especially after that press conference from Minicamp today with Edwards, Jacobs, and Carr. And then all the other news that we gave to you guys as well. So it was definitely happy to be back.
All right, y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. For all the questions that we didn't answer today, make sure y'all have those questions for us tomorrow, same time, same place. Spotlight Raiders Talk, Spotlight Sports Network, 4:00 Eastern Standard Time for the live call-in show. So thank y'all so much. Peace, love, and blessings. And we'll see y'all on the next live stream or in the next video. Peace out.
Later.
But I know that's just in my mind. I know everything is just in my mind. Do you really want to be famous? Do you really want to be a superstar? Do you really want to get dangerous? Do you even know where the groupies are?
Welcome